Hey guys, today we have Utej and he is having total 5 years of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservices. And guys, those who want to give same free mock interview, please fill out the form below in the description. So now let's get started. Hey, hello Tej, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Shal. How are you?
Yes, I'm also good. Shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Tej, can you please introduce yourself and your recent project in brief?
Sure. I'm having around 5 years of experience in the Java,
Mm-hmm.
Spring Boot, and microservices, including
Mm-hmm.
Kafka. So currently, I'm working for TCS.
Mm-hmm.
Working for a client called Sainsbury's, which is a popular retail supermarket in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
We are basically developing the applications, microservice
Mm-hmm.
applications, which we need to consume the data from the Kafka topic, and we need to
Mm-hmm.
make REST API call
Okay.
by doing the transformation of XML request.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
So
this
how
is
are
my
you
current
securing
project.
REST API?
So those REST APIs that is not that is not developed by our team. It's some external team.
Okay.
They have authenticated from their end.
So are you using any REST API in your project?
Uh, it is not, we have the APIs, but it is
Mm.
not being used in the applications. We
Okay,
are
okay,
using it for the testing team.
okay, got it. But in general, do you know how can we secure our REST API after creating it, after working on REST APIs?
Yes, I'm aware. In our project also, we do develop that security.
Mm-hmm.
We are doing the O authorization, O2 security for
Mm-hmm.
securing the APIs.
Okay. Do you know about JWT, JWT?
JWT, JSON Web Token, yeah.
JSON Web Tokens, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, please, can you explain about JWT?
So those when we hit with the username and
Mm-hmm.
password, we will get the some token which contains the JSON payload.
Mm-hmm.
It contains the bearer token and the expiration time, and we can have the session token. Using
Okay,
that session token, we can hit the action endpoints.
got it, got it. Okay, so can you tell me the difference between heap and stack memory in Java?
Yes, heap memory is used for storing. One is, I'm a bit confused. One is for storing the references and one is for storing the data.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm confused which is what
Okay.
heap or
Okay, so
stack.
basically heap stores object and instance variables shared across threads when managed by GC. Whereas stack stores method calls, local variables, references, and each thread has its own stack. It is not shared.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know where are local variables, objects, and methods called stored? Like local
Local
variables on
variable.
stack, objects on heap, method calls on stack.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Yep, yep. Moving ahead. Do you know about garbage collection and why do we need it in Java programming?
Yes, so when we create a reference for any Java objects,
Mm-hmm.
we should clear our memory using the
Mm-hmm.
garbage connector.
Okay.
After actually in the recent update, we have the minor GC and major GC.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it is used to clear the objects which are
Mm-hmm.
not longer being used.
Got it. Got it. That's correct. Uttej, I would like to share one important thing with you. Actually, we had launched complete interview preparation material, structured step by step by myself, expert and MNC's interviews. And the best part is that now no one need to go anywhere else to prepare interviews. There's a 99% chance that interviewers will ask questions from this material. Okay. So basically, it contain a lot of material categorized by experience level. Means each experience level has different material with all possible interview question and answers for Java, Spring Framework, Maven, Git, Spring Boot, Spring Security, Spring Data JPA, Kafka, microservices, Java coding question, Stream API coding questions, and many more. I have provided the link to get this in the below description. And if someone needs this material, plus two real enterprise client projects for reference, plus one-on-one lifetime doubt sessions and referrals to the big MNCs, then they should check the interview preparation kit. I will provide the link for this as well in the description below. So now moving to our interview. So, Jen, do you know about the difference between serial garbage collector and parallel garbage collector?
No, sir, no idea.
Okay. Serial GC means single threaded. It works on the
Mhm.
principle of stop the world and it's suitable for small application. Whereas parallel GC is multi-threaded and thought put focus. It's focused on thought put. Okay. Do you know about memory leaks?
Yes, sir. So this memory needs occur when the object is being referenced from some uh, unavailable object. So
Hmm.
it is not getting cleared by the garbage connector as well. So these situations will create the memory leak.
Mm, okay. Yep. For example, static collections holding unused objects, right? Even listeners not removed, right? Caches without eviction policies, right? Uh, in
Yeah.
your career, have you encountered out of memory error or stack
Yes,
overflow error?
yeah, we have this out of memory error, like when we deploy our applications to the
Mm-hmm.
dev or staging in the server container, we have
Mm-hmm.
given very less memory so that it is maxing out and the server is crashing again. So in that
Got it.
case, we are increasing our memory and we are
Mm-hmm.
deploying it again.
Okay. Okay. Can you please tell me how familiar you are with caching?
I have implemented the in our project using that Catcher Manager.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I have some basic knowledge, not in that.
Okay. So what's the use case of caching? And tell me some important annotations in the Spring Boot that we could utilize to implement the caching mechanism, right?
Okay. Uh, Suppose I will take an example. My current project. We are
Mm-hmm.
hitting the external API. Before hitting
Mm-hmm.
that external
Okay.
API, we need to get the session token
Mm-hmm.
from that API. So
Mm-hmm.
we are storing that session token in our application cache using the set cache,
Mm-hmm.
and if we want to get the cache, we have the annotation of uh, uh, cache evict, cache put, and
Mm-hmm.
cacheable annotations are there. Using the annotations, we can get the value, insert the value, and create the value inside of cache
Mm-hmm.
manager.
Correct, correct. Okay, so have you used Java generics concept in your project, either professional or personal?
Yes, in professional only we are using the generic concept.
How you are using, how this is benefiting you?
Yeah, we have created one generic method for making an API call,
Mm-hmm.
and that API call input parameter might be different from one API call to another
Mm-hmm.
API call, the request body. So in that case, we are passing, suppose we have an object A, an object B, and also object
Mm-hmm.
C. So we have to pass on the three, which will accept all the three objects in the single method. There we are using the generics to
Okay.
accept any kind of object, and it should return the respective request body, response body.
Can we create an instance of a generic type parameter?
Instance of generic type parameter. So you meant to say if we have the class here, can we create a reference for the class here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can create.
Okay. Actually, I was asking about to create an instance, right? And the answer is no, due to type erasure. JVM doesn't know the actual type at runtime.
Okay, okay, got it,
Yep.
got it.
Okay, so can you tell me the difference between question mark extends T and question mark super T in Java generics?
Question mark extends the, it is going to extend the class which we are
Mm-hmm.
passing it as in the generic value.
Okay.
Uh, uh, the super method is going to take the value from the parent class method.
Okay. Got it. So can you tell me, can static methods in a generic class use the class type parameter?
Static method in the generic. Uh, no
No.
idea. We are not using
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's
static
fine.
methods. We are using the pub. Yeah.
Yep, yep, it's fine. So answer is no. Static context doesn't know class type parameter. It must declare its own, right? Okay.
Okay.
So can you tell me how Spring Boot is different from traditional Spring framework?
Yeah, Spring Boot contains the auto configuration, and
Mm-hmm.
we by adding the simple dependencies, and we can start the application,
Mm-hmm.
and we have the embedded Tomcat.
Okay.
So, but in the Spring framework, I think we need to configure everything to
Mm-hmm.
make it run. So, on auto configuration and Tomcat is not available in the
Mm-hmm.
Spring.
Okay. Got it. Why is Spring preferred in microservice development?
Spring Boot,
Mm-hmm.
microservice development.
Have you worked microservice architecture through Spring Boot?
Uh, Means we have the applications, but they are not properly microservice architecture. It's
Okay, okay.
independent applications.
Monolithic. Okay.
Uh,
Okay, so let me tell you the answer then. Because why is Spring Boot preferred in microservice development? Because it's lightweight and the setup is very quick. It has standalone jars. It has built-in production features like metrics, health checks. It has built-in
okay,
server. You know.
okay.
Okay, so can you tell me which three annotations does Spring Boot application annotation combines internally? And
Yeah,
their
this is Spring Boot application annotation contains the three annotations.
hmm
Uh, Component scan and
Okay,
enable auto configuration
okay,
uh, and configure
yes, yes.
yeah configuration annotation.
Tell me their use
So
cases as well.
so configuration annotation is useful for creating the beans and
hmm
enable auto configuration. It is going to auto configure the beans which are which are given it in the pom.xml or bin.gradle,
hmm
and component scan is going to scan the packages
hmm
uh, from the main application. There is a one package that path from that path is going to scan on the packages.
Okay, got it. Can you tell me how would you disable auto configuration for a specific class?
Okay, so we have to declare the enable auto configuration annotation by
hmm
giving the exclude inside of that, and we can declare the class name over there.
Exclude is equal to then class name. That's correct.
Yeah.
What are Spring Boot starters and why are they useful?
We have many starters. We have a JPA starter, we have a web starter, and we have a Kafka starter. JPA is useful for the DB database purpose, and web is useful for the API REST API purpose, and Kafka is useful for the Kafka topic consuming and producing purpose.
Hmm. Can you create a custom starter for internal use in your project?
Custom starter. Uh, uh, No idea, but we have created a custom library to
Mhm.
import the Java classes.
Okay. Yes, custom starter could also be created with dependencies auto configuration class with Spring Factories package and published to internal Maven repos, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, okay.
Can you tell me the difference between application properties and application YAML and which one has high priority in our project?
So usually everyone prefer application YAML because
Okay.
of the indentation and the hierarchy purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But in the application properties, we might miss the hierarchy, so that is not preferable, and we
Mm-hmm.
need to specify each property from parent to child,
Mm-hmm.
including every hierarchy name.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so how would you activate a profile at runtime?
We need to provide the property in the application .yml profile hack2 Spring profile hack2.
Mm-hmm.
The value there, like whatever the value we give it there, dev staging
Mm-hmm.
or prod, it depends on the environment. It will take the profile, respective profile application YMLs.
Okay. Suppose you have dev, QA, and prod profiles. How would you configure different database URLs for each environment?
Uh, we have to create multiple application YMLs,
Mm-hmm.
application hyphen dev dot YML and application hyphen QA dot YML. But whatever the value we give it in the application dot
Mm-hmm.
YML, it is going to take the dev or QA based on
Okay.
that.
Okay, so what happens if no profile is active?
It will take the default value.
Mhm. Okay, so how would you package a Spring Boot application as a jar or for?
uh, we have to do clean build command. It is going to create the build folder or target folder in the Gradle or Maven
Mhm.
software. Inside of that, we can find out that it's R and var files.
Okay, and can we use Spring Boot Maven plugin?
Spring Boot Maven plugin.
Yes,
Uh,
we could use Spring Boot Maven plugin to package our
okay, okay.
application as a jar and var, right?
Uh,
What?
so when we create the application, from there only we will select which software we can use, right? Maven or Gradle, and it will automatically create.
Yeah. It actually is Spring Boot Maven plugin is for Maven only, but for Gradle we should use Gradle plugin, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yep. Okay, so what are the different ways to run a Spring Boot application?
Different ways. We can, so suppose if we imported our project in the IntelliJ editor, we can
Mm-hmm.
run it from the main application, or else we can type the command
Mm-hmm.
maven run command in the terminal, the CMD. From there also we can run our application.
We can run from ID. We can add a var in external Tomcat. We can run by Maven commands like Maven Spring Boot run. We can run by
Yeah,
CMD. Okay.
yes.
Can you tell me the differences between JUnit 4 and JUnit 5?
Uh, so I, uh, we are mm, we are using the Jupyter for doing this, writing this unit test cases. Uh, the
Jupyter.
difference, yeah,
Okay, so how Jupyter works?
A similar way like a JUnit. So when we declare a method, we need to write the when dot then methods for returning some values and check whether the output is given the correct value or not using the assertions, asset equals, asset not equals.
Okay. Suppose you are testing a user service that depends on user repository. So how would you mock the repository so the test doesn't hit the database?
So in the user service, we will call this repository method. So we
Mm-hmm.
need to write the when method over there, when the
Mm-hmm.
repository got that some method.
Mm-hmm.
When we hit that method, that should return this value. So we are going to mock that value there, and in that case, we will ignore that hitting the database.
Okay, got it. How do you verify the number of method calls in Mockito?
Uh, yeah, so we have the verify method.
Mm-hmm.
Inside of that verify method, we need to give the class name and the method name, and we can provide the number in the second parameter, how many
Mm-hmm.
times it got hit.
Okay. How would you test exception scenarios with Mockito?
Yes, there is a asset throws. We can mock that method at some point of time. It should throw some exception, and whether that exception is catching in the catch bug or not, then there we can
Mm-hmm.
check asset throws method is given the proper exception type or not.
Okay. Okay, so tell me how can we control whether Spring Boot test annotation starts a embedded server or not?
How can we validate? the embedded server? No idea.
Okay. Actually, we should use web environments attributes. Random underscore port, it means it starts server on random port. Mock for no real server. Mock MVC. Defined port means start server on defined port. So there are some properties, right? We could add.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Have you worked with test containers?
No.
No. Okay. What's a CI/CD pipeline structure in your project?
So we are actually we have a external team called the
Mm-hmm.
Boson. So those people going to deploy our applications
Mm-hmm.
into that their AWS services. But we need to write a GitHub workflow in our project so that it should automatically generate the var
Mm-hmm.
based on the JDK version, and it should push the var to their Boson containers. Boson is their custom AWS containers.
Okay. Got it. Mm, moving ahead. So, can you please tell me uh, five important annotations that we use in our day-to-day task in our Spring Boot?
Yes, the main allocations we use are dot service where
Mm-hmm.
sorry dot service annotation, uh, at REST controller annotation,
Okay.
and we have a override annotation if we implement the interface,
Mm-hmm.
and we have so many like request param, request body, path variable,
Okay, so
exception
tell
handler.
me some important annotations that we don't use in our day-to-day task or regularly or frequently in our project, but are very, very important.
which we will not use regularly, but those are important.
Enable
Like it
caching,
depends on,
async,
yeah, correct, correct. Yeah,
bean.
we have yeah, async annotation, bean annotation,
Mhm.
configuration,
Yes, yes.
uh, um,
Okay.
but
So,
actually,
Utej, can you please share your screen? I'll share one or two coding questions with you. You are comfortable, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah, please share your screen. Okay, so Utej, you are given a list of string. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
you are given a list of string, and you have to print the number. No, means you have to check how much strings are equal in the list, and you have to return that number. Did you got it?
Uh,
For example, if we have a list cat, cat, dog, it means two strings are equal here. So we should print two.
yeah, okay.
We should print
So
two.
I'm only the numeric value two.
Huh? Sorry?
We should output should be two. Only the numeric value, or it should be like in this.
No, only two. Only two. And
Okay, okay,
let me give another input. Now another input is you are given a dog, dog, lion,
okay, okay,
and then you are given a tiger, and again tiger.
okay,
So here your output should be 4 because two dogs are equal and two tigers are equal.
okay, got it.
Yes. Please do it.
Uh, Suppose if I have one more tiger here, then what should be the
5 because three tigers are same and two dogs are same.
output? Got it.
Okay, so you are doing through stream API animal.stream.collect sort grouping by CC. Okay, and you can do this without stream API as well. It's up to you. I didn't give any constraint, right?
Sorry, which one?
I'm saying if you want to solve this problem without a stream API, just directly with the traditional way, you can go ahead. Okay.
Okay, okay, got it, got it.
Yep, yep. Okay. Um, yeah, this is logic is correct. Now you are counting cat is equal to 2. But if
Yeah.
let's say the second case where dog, dog, lion, tiger, tiger. So in this case, your animal final count would be cat 2
Yes,
and tiger 2, right?
yeah,
but you have to sum
Yeah,
that as well.
yeah. Uh,
Or uh, can you, in your example, can you put a tiger as well? Now, what is your animal final count? No, your animal final count.
yes, yes.
No, this is animal count only. I'm asking about animal final count. Remove this stream dot reduce cat to tiger 2. So you have to sum these value, or you can convert this into the list and
Okay, okay.
then get a sum, something like that. Okay, so Uttej, yes, I think your logic is correct. It's fine. You can try summing this after this interview. It's done from my end, and it was a very, very nice interview. You have solved this coding question. Okay.